be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no screens attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it foreign it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes.
This is Matt.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be commanded by the veteran QB, the former Walter Payton Man of the Year in the league, Eli Manning.
An extremely durable player, had 210 consecutive starts in the NFL before missing one in 2017. And when you have to deal with him in the playoffs and his Super Bowl is on the line, Eli Manning's at the top of his game.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now from Manning. And Ingram holds it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 28 yards. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. And now it's blocked. Rosas now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was the safety, Darian Thompson, that time who was able to break it up. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Picked off, William Gay. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They give them a gain of 37.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. A play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Breeze. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Line from 8 yards out. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Giants for 1-7 start. They rallied a bit in the second half of the season. Shermer had in mind for his first season.
No, I don't believe that.
And the Saints put in Rankins. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball.
Now, they're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing is Manning. It's caught. Shepard. There goes Sterling Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 67 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Lewis. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The football going back to the New Orleans Saints. And I wanted to ask you, Charles, for the Saints, how you think they stack up against the other teams near the top of the NFC, the Rams, the Bears. Where do you think they figure in?
Well, they can score well enough that if the Rams set a heavy pace, they can go out and they can score with them and stay right there. They have enough defense that if Chicago makes it a low-scoring defensive affair, they got enough defense to win that way. So my answer in short order is they stack up with anyone. In a lot of ways, I think everyone has to figure out they stack up with New Orleans. Because at the end of the day, Drew Brees is calling plays for the New Orleans Saints and throwing the football downfield. He could be the difference in any big game.
And maybe they have a little extra motivation with the way their season ended last year against Minnesota.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That's complete to Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass that allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. And the former first pick of the second round of the 2001 draft doing his thing.
And the beauty of watching him play is progressions.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas from 21 yards away. And the Saints are back within a score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Manning now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Room to run past midfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Eli Manning with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And here's Lewis. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here now, a look at Drew Brees in our player spotlight. And I don't know what more they need to see of him than what we're going to see in this player montage. He's been great. Why aren't they winning this game, I guess, is the question.
It is a good question, isn't it?
On first down, Brees. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's second down. Well, some news that gave us a chuckle, and we could all use that around the holiday season. Josh Johnson, a great story. He was back home in Oakland when the Redskins called to see if he'd like to join him for the remainder of the season. So how did he get to know his new teammates? Well, what did he do? He turned to the Madden game, Charles.
Yeah, and that's how you learn who they are. Right? Learn what they do, have some tendencies, get some ideas about their speed and what they do well and maybe what they don't do so well. And it really helped him acclimate and got himself a big victory in Week 15 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. How about the bloodline of Josh Johnson, though? Also related to Marshawn Lynch of the Oakland Raiders and Marcus Peters of the Los Angeles Rams.
Pretty good company. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. It was the safety, Darian Thompson, that time who was able to break it up. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. So we come, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And some strong running. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Caught on the left side by Ginn. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Yeah, he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second and goal from the 1. On the keeper, it's Breeze. Only a yard on the sneak. Not what he was hoping for, and it's third down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on third down?
Breeze going to sneak it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees taking it in. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Brees now to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on second down. It's Brees. Looking long for Thomas. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
This defense is continuously thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Brees on third down. That's caught by Meredith right side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Brees now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brees. Again has it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
To throw is Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They come out here in the eye. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Mark Ingram taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints can take the lead if they can hit the extra point. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On first and 10, here's Manning. It's caught, Beckham. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know as well as I do, it's really important to get Odell Beckham Jr. involved early. And that's the first time that Eli Manning was able to find him, and we're in the second half.
You think he and Eli maybe had some words on the sideline? Hey, let's get on the same page?
Without a doubt, because they know that that kick starts their team. That gets them going. And now they have to do it again and again as we go down the stretch.
Now a play fake. Manning. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And got his man complete. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Breeze going to throw here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. On 2nd down, Ingram. And a short gain here down to the 22. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. And this is going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll look to throw. To Barkley on the check down. They find some open field here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. Back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. 3rd down here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take me out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does,
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with time running out. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home. Oh, this is blocked. Rosas now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Trey Edmonds. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. He's got him in. Complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Ready.
He's back to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
I'm the big homie now. Don't forget that. I'm the big homie now. I got my spawn, Louis Vuitton, truck in the front. What are you doing? I look so good. Don't call me She wanna this and I'm Buick. I pull it up. They wanna we gon' get. What are we doing? I got some I got a crib, they gon' get to it. I got a picture my family, straight out of Clayco. Thought I was sweet, just like a Fago, but I had all on my payroll. Watch how I move, just like a rayon. 64 chain, just like a crayon. I bought a hat, one with the Aeon. Put on, told her to stay on. I had a paper tag on 3 on. I had the top drop with the free on. I told them Deuce one like Dion. I say Deuce one like Dion. I go Bruce Wayne on your peon. Yeah, with the Falcon true. Had more than a lineman. I should got a Heisman too. Sugar, they hiking that. Hype, shake like a Nike hat. Yo, I got the Midas pack. Told her quiet, relax.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all your points, as a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Hot wing. For some hot wing. For American Deli. For some eye cream. She just want her 20-piece. All flats with the lemon pepper. I was the first one to put her in a fur clad. Get you together. They never flow before. Try to come through security with some tennis shoes on. Take off real big boss music. Big boss music, big boss music. That big boss music, big boss music. That big boss music, big boss music. Big boss music, big boss music. Big boss music, big boss music. Big boss music, you better get used to it. Ain't no falling off, going straight up. You better get used to it. I need a raise, ain't taking pay cuts. You better get used to it. 100 for a verse, 100 for a show. You better get used to it. Every 10 on a mill on the low. I'm all about the bag, no need to brag. Ring cost a jag, dressed to the back like a shag. Like in a mag, I'm all up in depth. They calling me Flair, they calling me DiBiase. My girl ball at Churrashi. 2 chain time for Versace. They don't sell them in Foot Locker. Curve game on blue blocker. Southside with it.
Hey, everybody.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll drop the throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. And they better put that ball to the side because with that catch, he's a new single-season receiving yards record holder.
What a fantastic year. And we saw it start early, didn't we, partner? Right out of the gate. We knew he was going to have a tremendous year.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Vontaze Perfect. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 63 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been there. It got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And they'll let it go deep for Cruz. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 62 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how insane.
He's got his tight end. That's James. Touch. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed!
Back to throw now on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big... We pick it up second quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed!
He'll look to throw. And they'll let it go deep for Cruz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the... So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Carl Lawson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
He'll drop to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Carl Lawson able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yep.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 49 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Now let's go.
Back to throw. And they'll let it go deep for Cruz. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. He'll look to throw. And they'll let it go deep for Cruz. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. 92 yards. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand.
They've got his man complete. It's a big play there for the... So another catch, more yards, and now enough yards to break the single game record.
It seemed inevitable the way this game went that the yards record would fall, and we got to see it. We got to witness it, and the crowd is so excited to watch. And
caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught at the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
yeah.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Time for a break. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 60 yards. Not only the completion, but that pass also gives him the record for most passing yards in a single game. What a day.
That tells you that the completion percentage is really high. Yards per...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Here we go now. Green.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. Looking deep for Hayward Bay. That's caught inside the 20. And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 68 yards. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And that passing touchdown gives him the record for the most in a single game. We have seen a historic performance here in this one.
And the word that comes to mind for me, partner, is relentless. This guy today has been relentless in going out.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,
money back, money back, money back. Can I get money back? Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, so rock me right.